Fuck you know. See man them here. Them man take on work, you know. Look how much bumbo clad Chinese. Me not see no black man here to work, brother. Look here. Look how much Chinese I work. I don't get fucked.
What's up guys, welcome back to the channel once again. So guys, for a very long time we have been seeing how Jamaicans, they have been complaining about Chinese foreigners taking over their country, and right now we are seeing majority of Chinese, they are being forced to leave Jamaica. And guys, I want you to watch this video till the end and see the reasons to why Chinese, they are being forced to leave Jamaica. Watch this, I'll be back with more comment. And also guys, remember to give a video a thumbs up. I'm your host, Jaden Reaction.
See, if you come in a wholesale and you can't read, that's alright. Me help you. Right? But you see, if you can't read and you go on like you can read, at them time there you look like fool. Let me give you an example with the things that me have to deal with at the time. One lady come in here and ask me the germs lotion. Germs lotion. And then when me ask her, germs lotion, miss? I don't know, germs lotion, that one there up there, so. I have no problem when people dance, you know. But how you fit dance and have attitude with it? And that me not get. How? That don't make no sense.
We suffer every day. Can you imagine? We have been here for centuries and we're still lagging around. If we do start a business in Jamaica, it's one of the hardest things to start a business. While the Chinaman come from China, come to Jamaica, start a business, none tax for 5 years. And by the time the 5 years come when he start pay tax, he making cousin and he never and uncle come and him gone. So and listen, this have been happening for centuries. So this have nothing to do with PNP or JLP. And you know at the end of the day, none of them no want to fix it because all of them want us to the black man.
I don't like the way in which the Jamaican government has allowed the Chinese to come in and take over. I believe they own the major port there. I believe that the Jamaican government has given them lands in exchange for services. I believe they built at least one hospital there, a couple of schools. They had constructed a north-south highway or northwest highway that connects one part of the island to the other, so you don't have to drive all the way around to get there, which was necessary. But from what I read, in exchange for them building the highway, the Jamaican government has allowed them to keep, I believe, nearly all of the toll fees on that highway for a certain amount of years. We're giving up too much to get too little. And what bothers me the most about Jamaica, they are the most Pan-Africanist and the most unapologetic of the Caribbean islands. And so if China can take Jamaica, taking the rest of the Caribbean won't be that difficult.
Jamaicans aren't only being pushed out of their beaches, but gradually they're being pushed out of business. Check this out.
Chinese mechanics in Jamaica should go 20-30 cars a day like clockwork, while Jamaican mechanics, they carry around stuck in the garage sometime for a whole week. But how did the Chinese get here? How did they set up shop so fast right in front of our eyes? Listen, foreigners are coming in, buying land, running businesses, owning Jamaica, and we're becoming visitors in our own land. Just like some places in Africa where people now work for foreigners in their own country. Sooner or later, the Chinese going to control the parts distribution and shut us out.
I already think it's too late for Jamaicans. And the reason why I say that, because back in 2015, Jamaica signed an agreement with China, allowing China to control one of their biggest and most important ports for 30 years. And that's the port of Kingston. So China dictates what goes into Jamaica and what goes out of Jamaica. So I'm pretty sure all these Chinese business owners already have a connection with distributors in China. So they have direct contact with the distributors when it comes to supplies and keeping their stores in stock. So as you gradually see Chinese businesses pop up, you see less Jamaican businesses. So Jamaicans are gradually becoming workers for foreigners. And who allows another country to control your ports? Allow what comes in and outside of your country. like I said, it's already a wrap, at least for 30 years.
So everyone has been asking how the Chinese mechanics got into Jamaica. Well, here are the facts. Did you know that in 2015, Jamaica signed over the Kingston free port, our main port, our lifeline to China, who has full control for 30 years? Now they control what comes in and they control what goes out. That's why the Chinese mechanics and other companies move the way they want. No one to answer to. No real checks. No oversight. They run the port, they hold the gate. Why do you think it's after the fact Pika stepped in? Because they don't even know what's going on. But somebody know. Because when it comes to these little things, don't think you can think on the same level you were programmed to think on. You have to change your frequency sometimes. And we're standing on the outside of our own house. We can't even act like we never know. Listen, we will never get out of slavery. Because a nation that can't even control its own port is a nation already conquered, just without the chain.
Something really wrong is going on in Kingston and St. Andrew. There is a set of people that don't care about community building, that don't care about families, that don't care about community, and they only care about making money. If you haven't been to Kingston and St. Andrew in a while, you can't be in a one street and you don't see one apartment building. Now, some of these apartment buildings are well positioned. Some of them make sense, right? The corporate area and all them thing there. But when you spread out a little bit out and you go into the communities them, when you see mom and pop home with them little backyard and thing, and right beside them yard is one tall rotted building that don't make no sense. The people them they upstairs looking at you downstairs hanging your panty on the clothesline. Between you, one big building sandwiched in the middle of two homes, of two family homes. So now imagine me now having a beautiful day today. As me leave me yard, what that me see right beside my gate? What is that me see right beside my gate? One sign that say intention to build apartment units. Now, if you don't know me or if you don't follow me, if you never watch my video them, please go watch them. Me live in the bush. Me live in some hill bush. Me live in the bush. This empty lot is between me and my two neighbors. So this apartment building would be sandwiched between three family homes, that which privacy will be completely destroyed, which there is no road to go up there, so because don't see me take cooking oil go try fix up the road there. Them want carry people go up there in an apartment and the place don't have no road. There's no road go up there. The place far up in the hills. Which apartment gonna keep up there, so right? Now you tell me now, why will you want to disturb? First of all, come in and cut off the wall of the trees them. Deforest the place. The birds didn't know what to do with themselves. And now come in with sign that say I put up apartment building in a tiny, because I want a tiny lot in the middle of the bush, sandwiched in between two family homes. I don't care if people are going to go up this or not. I don't care if it has a good point of sell or not. All I care about is the fact that Uno are destroying Jamaica. Uno are destroying Jamaican communities. Uno are destroying Jamaican communities, because even sometimes when Uno don't get the old dilapidated house to buy and tear down and put Uno in thinking apartment mashes box in the sky, so all Uno do a scam people with a little mashes box in the sky. It's not, and I'm not talking about this because it born me and it affect me now. I have spoken about this plenty of time before, because there's a place for everything. Ambush sandwich between two family home, three family home is not a place for an apartment building. To all the contractors out there, I'm not saying to stop doing business. I am saying to do consciously, respectfully, with ethic. You don't need to have ethic. There is a place for everything. A community neighborhood is not a place for an apartment complex. Uno sick in a uno head. You see the place where I show that where they white bones in a Constant Spring? Uno can put apartment building there, so there's no family home. It's a commercial place. Uno very well uno put an apartment building over there, so you understand what I say? A community, a street where kids play in the street and families jog out there and cows roam around the place. It's not the place for an apartment building. Don't be so greedy. Why you want to be so unethical? And build a skyscraper to sell matches boxing at the skies, which by the way most likely are going to just sit down there, so because there is a overstock in a town. Me don't know who. If people know I buy it down yes on a Kingston 6, Kingston 8, Kingston 10, who is going to go buy apartment in the bush? Just have a little conscience, please. And for those of you who are not contractors, whenever you can, please raise your voice. Please raise your voice, because these buildings, these apartment buildings, are destroying communities, families. They are pricing out families. A family that could have purchased that land to be their family home were priced out by a developer. Thank you so much for watching. Much love.
I have a question for Andrew Holness, Kamina J. Smith, and Dr. R.S. Chang. As a Jamaican, I'm really concerned, and I just want to express myself, and maybe other Jamaicans feel the same way. In Jamaica, we have over 76,000 Chinese living there, whether they are Chinese descendants or recently migrated to Jamaica, right? Boom. Chinese are able to work in our country, have businesses for over 5 years without paying taxes, while Jamaican people or Jamaican new entrepreneurs who starts businesses have to pay taxes off rip. First of all, they can't even get funding to start a business, much less. Now, what the Chinese them do is once you reach 5 years, they just call down another family member and put the business in their name, and the process continues and they don't pay taxes, right? But that's not really why I'm here. I'm here because I realized that even as Jamaicans, we need a visa to go to China. But check this out. Chinese don't need a visa to come to Jamaica. That is unfair. To me, that's all ridiculous. You know how much Jamaicans would love to go to China for whatever reasons, whether short stay, business, or pleasure. Like, there gotta be some type of renegotiation. This is 2025, not 1865. So Andrew Holness, Dr. R.S. Chang, and Minister of Foreign Affairs, Kamina J. Smith, my namesake, please, me I beg you, look into this. Think about it as a politician. Me I have the education I uno have, you know. Zane, me I don't know a doctor and them thing. I'm just a regular Jamaican. We have sense and common sense. So, uno tell me, the scholars, if that makes sense. Uno really need to do something about that. Do something about all of these countries where can come to our country and all these things, and I'll get all these easy access to things. But Jamaicans have to struggle so much. Enough fear. Do something about that. Me I beg you, please.
Jamaican construction worker. How you stay so? Why you not overcharge the people them? Me come for the labourer them, and who me come for talk to right now, the labourer. $5,000 a day family for one labourer. Talking God truth now. $5,000 a day and you not trade man. And that you put on the price to you a thief. And watch this now, no? No for you hungry thing you come on the site and do. A smoke and drink beer rum. Because in a Jamaica, you have a thing. If rum not on the site, you don't want to work on it. But you not pay you $5,000 a day if you drink rum and smoke cushy all day. Nobody now do them thing the family. Because you have to look in on yourself and change up some things while go on a yard. You know mad? $5,000 a day for one labourer. You have to start from 8 to 5. You reach till almost 9 o'clock. You have to get 1 hour lunch break. And enough of you lunch break go to 2 hours. When you left 5 o'clock in the evening, you start draw for 4 o'clock. and you want $5,000 a day. You no mad. You see, the Chinese them are beat on no bad. Because the Chinese them I take $3,000 a day. Up what the place name again? You in a crossroad there, so them have a construction company. The Chinese them. $3,000 a day them we take for labourer. And when them come for your work, them not smoke. Them not ask if you no rum. If them fi come 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock them did a sharp. If them fi left 5 o'clock, at 5 o'clock. If them fi take 1 hour lunch break, at 1 hour lunch break them a take. But who no want charge $5,000 and then who want take 2 hour lunch break, come late, do one bag of foolishness for the time and expect people to give you 5,000. When you stop it, the tradesman them done a bit too bad already and who come take up that dirty habit there. $5,000 for one labourer, you come sit down and smoke and drink special for your site. Mad or no mad man. You trying to go and beat on the bad with that $3,000 there where them come with. Who know a flap on yourself? Who know a flap on yourself? A master builder need to drop something to try to help the people them we are build. Because enough of them mason here and trade man here don't want to see people build. Because enough of them can't build. Them bad mind. About $5,000 a day. On the move and go on a thief like.
So guys, I hope you have watched that video and you have seen how Jamaicans, they have been coming out complaining how the Chinese, they are taking over their country. I cannot say all the Chinese because I believe in Jamaica we are having the Chinese Jamaica, and also we are having the Chinese who are coming in Jamaica as foreigners. Those are the Chinese who majority of Jamaicans, they usually complain about. They are taking over their country simply because also the Jamaican government, it has really helped this Chinese foreigner to take over Jamaica, simply because this government, it has allowed these Chinese foreigners to come and do business in Jamaica for a period of 5 years without paying tax. So you can see because of that, the Chinese, Chinese foreigners, they feel they are having more privilege and more freedom than the local people. So these Chinese, they went ahead and they have opened the big businesses in Jamaica. So right now when you go to Jamaica, you will find out that these big businesses, it is being owned with the Chinese people. But you can see because of the government allowing them to operate for a period of 5 years, the government, it has made the Jamaicans to close down their business because they cannot compete with the people who are not paying tax, while them, they are paying tax. So because of that, right now, Jamaicans have been coming out complaining Chinese taking over. Jamaicans have been coming out complaining how the government is giving these Chinese more privilege than them. And that's why you can see right now, even if the Chinese, they are being forced to live out of Jamaica, you can see majority of Jamaicans, they are really happy to see the Chinese foreigners go out of Jamaica. And also this, it has really made also somehow the Chinese right now, you can see it is like they are controlling the economy of Jamaica. Yeah, the Chinese, it is like they are controlling economy of Jamaica, because when you go and see the port, the government also, it has allowed the Chinese to take over, to have a full control on the ports. And when these Chinese, they are having full control of the port, these people, they will now in charge to allow things which it is coming in Jamaica, the bad things which it will come into Jamaica, or the good things which it will come to Jamaica. And that it is a bad move for Jamaican government to allow the Chinese, the foreigners, to have a full access and full control of the ports, because they will, the ones who in charge to see things that which it is coming to in Jamaica. And also guys, I have some of the reasons to why also I want to share with you and see why the Chinese also, they are leaving Jamaica. So this one, so first of all, racism, crime, and feeling unsafe. So majority of Chinese also, they've been feeling unsafe to a point whereby also majority of them, they've started to leave Jamaica. So some Chinese nationals say they feel unsafe, targeted by crime, and culturally marginalized. According to the reports, there have been repeated robbery and violence crime incident involving Chinese business owner. So also the Chinese business owner, they have been attacked severally. and that's why you can see they have started also to leave Jamaica. The Jamaican Police High Command has recognized this risk and engaged with the Chinese embassy and community, appointing liaison officer and ramping up security. High number of work permit. Chinese national make up a large share of approved work permit in Jamaica, according to the 2024 Economic and Social Survey. Jamaica, nearly 37% of new work permit went to Chinese national. You can imagine. This has raised some local concern about Chinese national making inroad in sector of the economy, e.g. auto repair trade traditionally dominated by Jamaica. So some of the tension comes from economic competition, not necessarily forced removed. Let's see, long history of anti-Chinese sentiment. Let's see the long history of anti-Chinese sentiment. The Chinese community in Jamaica has a long and complicated history. Early Chinese laborer came as indentured workers, and over time many set up small businesses, grocery, laundries, etc. There have been period burst of hostility, historical anti-Chinese riot, discriminatory immigration laws in the past, and xenophobic stereotype. For instance, in the early 19th century, new immigrants had to pass language test, pay deposit, and meet other restrictive conditions. Accusation fueled by secret stereotype, unfair business practice also contributed to resettlement. Chinese contribution to Jamaica. So despite challenge, Chinese Jamaicans have significantly contributed to Jamaica's economy and culture. So you can see, despite the Chinese also bringing development in Jamaica, but majority of Jamaicans, they feel like the Chinese, they are still not doing justice to Jamaica because of how they are they want to control Jamaica. So let me just go to the comment section and see what majority of Jamaicans they have come out and say. So this one is saying that Jamaica need to take their business more serious. Take charge of your airport, because take charge of your ports, airport, beaches, and toll roads. Don't be a slave in your own country. Jamaican, if you are a mechanic, be the best mechanic, work quickly and accurately, and deliver satisfaction to the customer. Whatever you do, the best. Exactly, this is a secret also Jamaicans they need to do. This one saying that this is why Burkina Faso sold no to China. Exactly, this was saying that these people never spend their money in the country they lived in. Good on you. Exactly, one thing about these Chinese, whenever they are coming to your country, these people, they will come poor, they will come as poor people how they are, but whenever they will start doing business and they are making it, these people, they usually take all the money back to their country. The Chinese, they will never invest in your country. No, these people, they usually take that all money, that profit, back to their country. That is another thing that you guys, you need to learn about the Chinese. This one saying that it's the arrogance of the Chinese immigrant treating native black Jamaicans as less than in Jamaica. This one saying that we have to understand that the fact development of any Caribbean island is a death trap for the poor people. Plant a great lot of food in your country and live off your land until you reach great prosperity, even if it takes 300 years one more time. The first prosperity of any Caribbean island is a death trap for the people, for the poor people. Forget the fancy cars and house. They will come in time. This one is saying that get rid of the prime minister. This one is saying that the only big problem is the only solution is to get rid of the prime minister. This was saying that as a Jamaican, Puerto Rican, Canadian living in this USA, I can say with confidence that the majority of government sell their people out. Exactly. Majority of government, they usually sell their people out. So this one is saying that it's funny that Jamaicans understand that outsider can come into their country and start a business wherever they can, where they cannot, but they don't understand how they can come to the US as outsider and start a business where in most black Americans can't. It is the same thing the government will provide for foreigners, immigrant, outsider, but not black Americans. So also the black Americans also in America, also they feel how Jamaica they're feeling is exactly also how the majority of black people who are coming in United States from this Caribbean country, they are also be given more privilege and opportunity with the United States government than the black Americans. This one is saying that how is it that more Chinese are working in Jamaica than the Jamaican are working in Jamaica? Exactly. So kindly guys, you can also share your thought on the comment section. I'll be reading it on my next video. So thank you so much guys. Subscribe if you haven't. Like this video, share, and also comment. See you on my next one guys. Bye bye.